Okay, so can you tell me like the name of your career?
I'm a chiropractor.
So what exactly do you do?
One of the main things I do is I look for places in the spine where the vertebrae is not moving like they should. Put a gentle thrust into the spine to correct that for optimum nerve function.
Okay, what tools, if any, do you use?
Mainly my hands. There are other things that help along the way. Sometimes imaging, such as MRIs, X-rays, but much of what I do can be done with my education and my hands, really.
Where did you receive your training? Like what colleges did you go to?
I took my first A&P class at ACC Community College in Austin. But then once I went to chiropractic school, we took all kinds of stuff, several different anatomies, including 2 gross anatomies, so like in the cadaver lab, 2 physiologies, a lot of it, plenty. And that was at Parker College of Chiropractic in Dallas. I forgot that part.
What courses did you take in like do you know you should take in high school? Or like recommend?
Well, as far as biology goes,
Yeah.
so I didn't know I wanted to be a chiropractor in high school. In fact, I have an advertising degree first. So then I decided I wanted to go back to school. So I had to take classes to be able to get into the chiropractic school. So that's where I took A&P 1 and A&P 2 at community college to get into the chiropractic school. But that's the majority of the biology that I've taken, at least past high school. Now, in high school, certainly I took biology.
And
I think genetics would be super cool, though. Gotta say that.
what activities would help prepare you for this career?
For a chiropractic career, I think something that helped me without knowing that it would help me or try to help me was I've always played sports my whole life, so being really active and kind of getting to know and understand my body a little bit. One A&P, anatomy, physiology, there's lots of material coming your way. And what really helped me get through it was being interested in it. I mean, that helped me a ton. So kind of the fact that I played a lot of sports and was interested in the body anyway really helped me once I got to anatomy and physiology.
What kind of hours do you work?
Probably work around 8 to 9 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and then occasionally a couple hours on Saturday. That's not a real typical chiropractic schedule, I'll say. More commonly, it's probably in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 hours a week. Mine's a little bit more, probably.
What benefits or compensation do you receive? Like any health benefits or?
From my job?
Yes.
I don't, but that's just because of the way that my business is structured. I've chosen not to do it that way. I think there are many chiropractors, most chiropractors open their own place, and then they can have health benefits for themselves, their family, and then some of the employees, things like that. But I do things a little bit differently. I'm an independent contractor and in an office that someone else owns. So I have a less common situation compared to most chiropractors.
Do you know any companies or places that would hire someone like a chiropractor?
Well, sure. When you come out of school, there are a lot of established or growing practices that are looking for someone new to come and help because they're getting bigger and they're growing. There's also people who just set up their own shop right out of school. They just open their own clinic. Recently, in the past few years, there's been a trend moving towards like franchised clinics. Like you can go to a Burger King in New Orleans and you can go to a Burger King in Corpus. They have franchises. One of them's called The Joint. Places like that are hiring.
What wages do chiropractors usually earn?
Also, let me say one really, really cool thing about who hires. Sometimes, well, fairly often, like there are team chiropractors for universities, the NFL, pro football teams, basketball teams. Of course, I'm friends with, a bunch of the people I went to school with, and I'll see things on their Facebook. Somebody snapped a picture of a football player getting adjusted on the sideline in the middle of a game. So there's a place for that too.
Yeah, I think I read about that.
Mm-hmm.
What wages do chiropractors usually earn, like around?
I believe the last time I looked, first of all, I'll say a great place to look that kind of thing up is the Texas Workforce Commission website. I did a lot of research on that website before I became a chiropractor, and that's a great resource in general for researching any kind of job. I think the last time I checked, the median or the average is somewhere around 80,000. Maybe higher now. That was a number of years ago.
And I think that's all the questions I had.
Okay.
So,
Adios.
thank you.
Sure thing. My pleasure.